I had worked for the Libra Health organization on the project Scale Up of MHBS applications. The project is based on the DHIS2 framework. The whole backend is supported from the DHIS2, and I had worked on the two applications, that is Mobile Helping Babies Breathe Tracker and the Trainer application. Okay, DHIS2 tracker and trainer application. My project is not related, means my project is not a new project. There are already existing applications, MHBS tracker and MHBS trainer. Now what I had to do is I had to publish a new upgraded or the scale up version of the both of the applications, with fixing some of the bugs in them and all these things. And the last time the project I had worked on the project was being continued in the 2019, I guess, and after that no work is done on the project, and after 2 years I continue to work on the project. So difficulties are somehow high in the project because 2 years have been passed and no updates has been published on the application. And what are the tech stacks that are used to, we can simply say that most of the project is related to the Java and Kotlin, HTML, CSS, JavaScript. These are the languages that are used in the project, and the project is related to the hybrid apps, that is Cordova plugin and the Framework 7. These things are used in my project, and some of the advanced Android topics, such as the RX Java and uh, RX Java, Dagger. These topics you should be familiar with it. Uh, I say one should have a basic knowledge of the some of the topics that are in the Android application development. Means if you are an intermediate Android application development, you are ready to go. It's like some of the basic topics related to the we can say that views है, layouts है, ठीक है, और recycler view है, UI related stuff, RESTful API calls है, retrofit है, networking है, uh, um, life cycle Android life cycle है, and all these things means basic level of things and intermediate level of things. If you should once you should be familiar with the intermediate level of things of the Android application development. Now properly means connecting to my Android project, the tech stacks that used in my project is basic Android application development things first, and then the languages you should be familiar with the Java, Kotlin, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Cordova, as I say, that is a hybrid application, and the extra thing means apart from all these tech stacks that I need to learn in the for my project is the DHIS2 basically. DHIS2 is mostly used by the health related organizations to track their records and all these things. So this is the new thing that I had learned. Other tech stacks are also new, which I had learned. Means this is the separate. Means it is not usually you will familiar with that DHIS2 if you have not worked in a open source for a health specific organization. So these are the things that I have learned. And to start with the Android application development, what you should learn, I say you should start with the basic or the intermediate knowledge of the Android application development, and then you should try with the projects and everything, and what are the needs of that project. According to that you should learn the things, instead of getting directly learning all the text. For this question I say, ki if you know, if you are know only one tech stack and you are thinking that, means let's say we take an example, I know Java only, and I am thinking that I will going to contribute to a project that needs only Java. Okay, and other if the other tech stacks are required, I won't contribute to that. It is not the thing. Basically in the industry you need to learn the things as you grow. Okay, means it is very difficult if you are thinking like I know Java, and if I get a project of only Java that requires only the knowledge of Java, and I will contribute to that. I sincerely tell you that I know only 30 to 40% of my project. while I had means but during the means continuation of the project, I learned many of the new technologies, many of the new things. And still I am a learner. Okay, means whenever you goes to a new project, some of the things you are familiar with. Okay, it is not the thing, अगर तुमको कुछ भी नहीं आता है तो you can't start, ठीक है? तो you should know some of the things, but it is not the thing you should know all of the things, ठीक है? बेसिक नॉलेज होना नेसेसरी है, सब कुछ जानना इट इज नॉट द डील. With the project you need to learn the things. So there are various organizations and the project in the GSOC, ठीक है, which requires the Android application development skills. So if you are not means just abide like I know Android application development, and I will go for an organization that requires only the Android application development, then it is difficult for you to find the organization. But you are thinking in a way like I know Android application development, and some of the if small other tech stack are also required, I am means ready to learn that tech stack and I can contribute to that organization. You will find that there is a lot of organizations in the GSOC to contribute to that. Okay, so some of the names that I can suggest to you that basically have that basically have projects in the Java Android application development, and some other tech stacks definitely will require are the OpenMRS, Libra Health, MIT App Inventor, Tetrobat, uh, Java Pathfinder, uh, जावा पाथफाइंडर है, ओपन रोबर्टा, सॉरी, ओपन रोबर्टा, प्रोसेसिंग फाउंडेशन, एसोसिया. All of these organizations are very good, and I say you can check their projects and their projects and the past contributions to that organization. Means I am again saying that if you are thinking just I know only Java and I will contribute to that specific, then it is a bit difficult. Okay, somehow you know Java, but a basic knowledge of other things is also required, and with that knowledge you can easily gain by contributing on the project. Okay, according to the project needs. So you should go through these means some of the organizations, and you should go to other organizations as well. I had mentioned a very less number of names of the organization. No, you should not abide to that like we go to these organizations only. No, you should go to other organizations. I just randomly mention some of the names of the Android related or Java related organization. Okay. For those who have just started Android application development, can they crack GSOC? Means for this, I'm having a simple answer. If you are ready to learn the new technologies and new stuffs, and you are ready to learn everything that is required to be learned, okay, then you can definitely crack GSOC. You should, as I have explained in the last answer as well, means you should have a basic knowledge of a thing, okay, and then by any project you can learn the things. I say you should select an organization, select a project, check its tech stack, have some knowledge of its basic tech stack. Means select an organization in which you have having a basic knowledge of the tech stacks. Okay, and just go to that organization projects and means try to find issues and resolve the issues. Go to the YouTube and the Google and learn the tech stack that is required for that. Okay, if you have just started with Android application development, with that also you can definitely crack GSOC until and unless you are ready to learn the new tech stacks and the new other things that are required to be learned for the project. Okay. And if you are asking for a roadmap to for that thing, I say that there is not any roadmap for that. You should have a means there are the things that you should know. Okay, but it is there is not any roadmap which if you follow, you can definitely get into the organization or crack the GSOC or OSS. That Okay, and the things that you should be familiar with the to start with that, I had already explained you. You should have a basic knowledge of the Android application development. You should check my previous answers as well for the things you should learn for the Android development as well. Okay, and Roadmap means you should have a basic knowledge of views and all of the things, and networking calls, and some of the advanced topics. If your project requires, then you should learn some of the advanced topics of the Android development as well. RX, Java hai, Dagger hai, Django, and anything. Okay, and DHI is to I learned for my as well, and other means technology, WebD related stuff is also required if your project is requiring that thing. Okay, so overall, we can say that there is not any roadmap. You should have a basic knowledge of stuff and basic knowledge of things of the Android development, and intermediate knowledge of the Android development is things enough. And after that, on the basis of project, you should learn the things. Okay. Uh, if you are asking, is it necessary to learn Java and Kotlin? I say it is means if you are contributing to the Java project, then you must learn the Java. If you are contributing to a Java project, means all the code is written in a Java language, and you don't know the Java, then how can you understand that code and how can you contribute to that code? Okay, and similar the things is for the Kotlin. If you the whole code is written in a Kotlin and you are going to fix a bug in that project, okay, in that code, then if you are not familiar with that language and with that means tools, then how could you resolve them, how could you solve the things? Okay, so you should know the language and technology of that your project demands. Okay, if you are contributing to a Java project, you must learn Java. If you are contributing to a Kotlin project, you must learn Kotlin. Okay, and for the starting, as I already explained, you learn some of the things. Means if you are familiar with the Java, you can start with the Java project. Okay, and in the continuation, you can learn Kotlin as well in the continuation. Okay, so if you are know something, you can start, and with the continuation, you should learn other things as well that the project demands. Okay. I say definitely for if you know any of the technology or any of the stuff, okay, then it definitely benefits you during the GSOC or during any project. Okay, during any project, it will definitely benefits you if you know other tech stuffs as well. Okay, the new projects that are coming to the nowadays are mostly based on the Flutter. Okay, they are not based on the Java and Kotlin. Then the new projects are most of the new projects are focused on the Flutter and the new technologies as well. So if you know the Flutter, there is a good chance, and it is very great point. Okay, and the React JS and all these technologies, if you are familiar with, definitely they will have a positive point. Okay, and to see a positive point, means the project demands that thing. Now, then only you can have a knowledge. Means you know a technology, but if your project does not have the requirement of that technology, then you won't see its positive impacts. Okay, so if your project is related to a Flutter and you know the Flutter technology, then it you will observe its benefits. Okay, and now I say that if you are familiar with the Flutter or the Dart language, and you have any development experience in that as well, it will definitely help you. And there are a lot of new projects in GSOC that are based on the Flutter. Okay, you should contribute to them. Okay, and no doubt React is definitely going to help you if some projects you are if you are having a great knowledge in that. Okay. What are the other open source programs other than GSOC? There are a lot of open source program. If you see that now the open source programs and the contributions have increased a lot. Okay, the open source contribution has increased. The community has tried very hard and tried a lot to increase the OSS. Okay, I will give you a name of some of them as like the Hacktoberfest, which mostly means happen in the means if organized in the October from the last few years, and it is a very good open source program, Hacktoberfest, and you will receive some goodies as well, t-shirts and all for that. and other programs are the GCI, that is Google Coding Contest. Another one is GSOD, okay, Google's Season of Docs, and Outreachy Internship. It is also an open source program, and Girls Script Summer of Code, GSSOC, okay, and another one GSSOC, Girls Script Summer of Code. Okay, it is not only for girls, it is boys can also participate in that as well. Okay, but another one is Rails Girls Summer of Code, that is RGSOC. Okay, that is specifically for girls, I guess. Okay.